Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. Alright, so first things first, I think we'll just go ahead and get, I believe it's cotton here sprayed. Get the weed sprayed off of it. Right? Yeah, it's cotton. Oh, it's been a while, so. Alright, we got 2 fields that also need to be planted today, and then the sugar beets are ready. Although I will say, I think once the sugar beets are harvested, I think next time we'll put something else in there. It just probably makes more sense at this point. We're producing way more sugar than what we need, so I don't foresee us needing some for a while. So. But if I remember right, once the cotton was done, we were going to do, was it possibly bioplastics, I think? I think that was the goal. It's been like 2 weeks since I recorded, so it's been a little bit. I gotta remember where I was on a lot of things. Everything seems to be good, so hopefully it is. Although I know the slurry is fairly full, which I do remember I was needing to test on how I was going to sell it or use it, obviously more often, but we don't have to use it that much. It's one of those things where, we're probably not going to use it enough to actually take advantage of it. Outside of the grass, at least. I don't really use it much outside of that. I think selling it was probably the best. I'll do that one in the last one, because that's going to be a smaller strip. So I think selling it will probably be the best option for that, although, like I mentioned, it says you can sell everything, but I think because we don't own the land, it's not going to allow me to, actually. So I was needing to test that, which I'll have to do at some point when I get some time. There might be some that we'll just do what we did last time when we sold it. I'll just look up the price and figure how much it is and give myself the money, and then just delete the 30,000 liters of slurry out or something. Yeah, one of the 2 fields will definitely be getting oats, and then the other one I'm kind of considering maybe just doing like a soybeans or something. Because really, when we don't need more corn right this second, we're going to run out of oats first. So I'm kind of thinking we could do that, or I could do 2 fields of oats, and then I'll have more oats, like far more oats than corn. We get more corn for every harvest by far than what we get out of oats. So it's not a bad thing if we have more oats than corn, and eventually it'll kind of even itself out. We one of the two. We'll see what I kind of decide. The long field there will be oats, and then this one right here, we'll see. I'm thinking oats, though, maybe. Might be best. Obviously, it's not crap that we'll just sell right off the field or anything. It'll be something that'll go into a production, but otherwise, I think we're a little bit ways out for most harvests. Oh, this is ready too. Well, we're not doing that harvest this month, as that is a very, very long harvest to do, so that's not going to happen. But we do need green beans soon, actually, because I think they're out in the preserved food factory. Did not realize that was ready, so that'll be probably next month we'll do that one. Because we do have the sugar beets, obviously, that need to be harvested this month. Like I said, so. Yeah, more likely next time we can do spraying and then probably that harvest. That harvest is very, very long, so. The last time I did it, it was real time. It was like 35 minutes. Which is quite a long time. Obviously, it would be nice if we had a bigger, like, header for the harvester, but I mean, the one that we have is larger than the base game green bean harvester, so it's probably, you know, best case scenario, really. We got one small little strip after this one. Don't think it'll be too terribly long to get both of these fields planted. I don't think so, at least. And even that harvest there is not too bad. Also have to make sure I get the right header of the two headers that we have for the harvester for that. And before I get too far, I'm going to turn on steering assist to make this a ton easier. Off we go. The worst part of this field is always this very, very top bit here. Just because all the tight corners and all that. Even harvesting it, it's not the best. Obviously, if you had a smaller planter, smaller tractor, harvester, it probably is not too bad, but just a little bit of turning around in here. Mainly that corner. This one isn't too bad. Alright, there we go. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start a time lapse for this. So we'll get both these fields here planted. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
You beside me.
Alright, so that is the last strip for the oat planting. We get everything kind of put away, and we can obviously start working on the sugar beets, which I think I'll probably top off the slurry tank too, because I did look at the slurry before recording. It was like 80,000 liters. So I think before I forget, I'm going to just get that, at least some taking out. That way it's not going to fill up all the way overnight or anything. But obviously I want to try to make sure we don't have too much going on next month either, because obviously that, like I said, that green bean harvest does take a very long time. So if I can cut things out for that, it is going to be better. Obviously, no matter what, we'll have 2 fields for spraying, but, I mean, that's going to take, I don't know, 15 minutes, something like that to do, so. Just to be safe, I think we'll put some in here. Unless it already has some, then I'll have to do the whole selling thing. It does not. Alright. I know, I think we're at 85,000 liters in the cow barn. I just don't want it to fill up all the way, like I said, because then, as far as I know, the productivity drops off a cliff. 87,500 liters. This should take like 30,000 liters out. So then we should be good. I could check the grass. I would think that's fine though. I think that is fine. I know I added some. As far as I know. I am a little bit worried about the sugar beets too, because that field we had some issues with. The pH is bad. Alright, so we do probably need to get this. We put some lime on it is what we need. Which actually, I'll just do that real quick. Otherwise, that is gonna get forgotten about, I'm sure. But yeah, I know last time it was out of date on there when I tried to replant it in there, and yeah, the whole thing, which I believe I saw by 10,000 liters, that there was an update to, I think precision farming, was it? What caused it, like after harvesting, was it sugar beets or something, for it to go out of date? I don't remember the exact, like, what it was, but I remember there was something to do with that. I'm thinking that might have been what it was. Well, that should be enough. At least from what I probably know, that's probably the most likely case of what happened. But the thing is, I tried to plant it without knowing that. So seed rates might be potentially be off, and then nitrogen might be off. I think I might have limed it, maybe. I don't remember. Like, a lot of things might be pretty far off on that, which is obviously not good, but not much I can do about it either. Yeah, it's adding a little bit, at least a decent amount. Obviously not much I can do about it now, but I mean, we'll hope that it's not too terrible. It was very spotted, if I remember right. Like, the nitrogen was spotted. Maybe the pH was very spotted throughout, just because, like, some parts were, like I said, out of date, I think, and some weren't. Yeah. Next time we'll be putting something else into that. I'm not sure what, but we'll do something else. Whether it's, you know, like I said, sorghum potentially, because that is, that is something that we do use. But otherwise, I mean, I could do cotton, because obviously we do have that one larger field, so potentially having a smaller one is not a bad thing to have either. Although I might be taking maybe a little bit of land from that too. If I do like bioplastics, I would probably put the production on that field. Because it's one of the smaller fields, and it's not like we desperately need it for anything. You know, it's not like, oh, hey, we have it. It's a smaller field, but it's perfect for, you know, this one thing. Which, I mean, I guess it is kind of perfect for sorghum, but we can also use other fields and just do the harvest less often. Oh yeah, this looks to be pretty good now. So next time we do this harvest, at least the pH will be good. Obviously, it showed the environmental score was 100 in this area, so it wasn't affecting the last harvest, but the next harvest it would, or next grass cut it would. Then we'd be starting to see a negative effect, and then obviously environmental score, environmental bonus will go down, and everything would go down. Alright, there we go. We can start adding this way. I'll probably want to do at least a couple strips just on this bottom section, just so when we're turning around we don't I'll have to get that unfolded, as well as the harvester, just so we don't hit the canola. Oh, we already were unfolded. Now, of course, there's no trailers or anything. I'm just going to put it right into the production. Maybe, yep. Lower down. Like I said, I'm a little bit concerned about how the yield and everything will be. That, I think I'll just back right up and I'll do probably 3 strips right on the bottom, just so we have a good amount of room here. Turn around. That field over there would be fine, because that one was just planted. This one would not be down here. Which actually, the spottedness seems to be looking better now. So that is good to see. It does make me wonder, what was the exact bug it had with precision farming? Was it something to do with the harvest, maybe, that made it go? I mean, not harvest, maybe planting it? I know it was something. Yeah, because it doesn't look spotted, and this would be your yield map. And when we did the harvest, it was... Well, when we planted it last time, it was fine. Obviously, something happened in the middle there, but... Not filling up too terribly fast, which is kind of nice. At least for the terms of doing the harvest itself. I think it's a little bit easier to do. Still quite a few strips to kind of go through here. But each one won't be too bad. Kind of curious if I've got enough room down at this end to turn around on. I'll probably kind of turn and go somewhere down the middle of the field. That was kind of separated, and then, you know, kind of do the field in sections. I probably went out a little bit farther than I needed. Oh, I lost my lines. There we go. There we go. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and start a time lapse for this. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
Without you beside me. Without you beside me. Are we dreaming? Without you beside me. I'm exhausted tonight 'cause I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep. I'll just lie awake tonight 'cause I can't sleep. Without you beside me.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the sugar beet harvest. Get this emptied into the production, and I'm guessing turned on. I would assume, have deactivated it by now at least. We'll get this put in here. See how much we got in total from it, of course. Obviously, it looked like yield-wise and everything looked fairly good. Obviously, like precision farming-wise, 100%, which is good. That means this field actually didn't get too messed up in doing all of that stuff being out of date and planting it, and yeah. Let's do sugar beet. Sugar, activate that. We got 125,000 liters of sugar beet from that, so quite a bit. That is a very... It's not going to give you exactly one sugar for 2 sugar beets. It's 1.05. I think that's the first time I've seen a production do that. That's really very, very strange. This is base game production, by the way, so yeah, that's a little bit strange, but maybe it just makes the most sense. I don't know. There must be a reason for it, at least. Yeah, that is everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.